What's up, guys? This is Jeff with Jurassic Jeep 41. Today we're going to talk about how to build a working Isla Nublar sign. So I want to talk about some of the materials I used in the build first. Obviously some of the tools I expect you to have at home, like clamps, things like that. I am going to show you the wood glue I have. I already have it. But first and foremost, I want to start with the sign. I got this sign from the Jurassic Park motor pool. There's a member, he's also on the Jeep, Jurassic Park Jeep forum as well. He hand makes these. They're worth every penny. They look great. They are to scale. The ones on eBay you see, I did pick up that one before I talked to him. This is it. To give you guys an idea of the size difference, this is the one that's supposed to be to scale. Here's the E-stock sign. Here's the little one. So it's a lot smaller. It looks great and all. I just like it as a wall art, not as a prop for my Jeep. So we're gonna use this one. Again, there's my hand on that to show you the size comparison. Worth every penny. First thing is the 4x4x6 post. I got that from Lowe's. All my supplies came from Lowe's. The post itself costs $6. I then got this base right here to use. It's actually a pretty thick little base. I like it. It cost me $7.94. It's a 23/32 by 2x2 base. I'm gonna go with the Valspar interior paint. It cost me $11.98. To hold the post down on the board, I'm using this post bolt downs, what they call them. They are basically $20. They're worth every little thing. I'm using Titebond 3. Again, Titebond, any kind of wood glue is going to work, I guess, for gluing everything together. And I'm actually planning on rolling everything, so those are materials I'm going to use. So overall, not bad supplies. The only thing I did change was the post did come with some bolts and screws. I'm going to go with these instead. I got some shorter ones, so they won't stick out the bottom of this. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little layer of Kills on here. Primer, so we can get this thing primed up. You shouldn't have to put too much on there. As you can see, I'm just putting a nice easy coat. It's rolling on nice and easy. You just want to do the whole thing. Alright, at this point we've got our first layer on. We're going to start putting some more on and we'll keep building. For those that are wondering how I got that to stay on there, it does come separate. I did use the Titebond wood glue. It is definitely holding. It's been sitting for 24 hours now. You can pick it up. It's staying, no issues whatsoever. Looks to be holding good. Just want to share with you guys a quick tip. While the paint's drying on your post, you can actually take your anchor, take some Goo Gone, spray it on the actual label, physical label, just like this, and let it soak in. Suck the whole thing down. You can just take a plastic razor and it'll peel right off. This came off in about 3 seconds. As you see, I'm pulling off my hand here. It's very, very easy to get off. So one of the issues I ran into with the anchor is the base board I'm using is too thin for these bolts. They'll actually stick out the bottom, and I don't want to grind them down or anything like that. So I actually bought this 1-inch bolt. Now the 1 inch is still too long. It'll actually poke out the bottom. So I actually bought this washer as well to put between the anchor and the base. The reason I put the washer between the anchor and the base is the washer's too wide to actually sit on top of the anchor and the bolt. It won't line with the holes. So I'm putting it below the anchor and put the bolt through that, and that's helping it stay there, and that way the bolt doesn't poke out the bottom. Alright, all this is coming together. We're going to talk about where I mounted up the sign on the actual post itself. I used the porthole here as a screw mounting point, and just a little bit further down on here. I put this right at the top of the post. So it literally lines up straight just below the porthole. So it's actually screwed in right about here. That's how I'm getting my height. And the east dock sign, I just went about 2 inches down. Got my hole drilled out for the spinning arrow sign. Now I'm just going to line it up on here as best I can. And I'm going to use this to make a little mark where I'll mount it. For those that are wondering how I'm making the sign spin, I'm using a lag screw to have it spin on. So once this is actually in the board, this little space right here should be enough for this to spin on.